Hello sewing friends, and welcome to a special edition of Sequin Girly Crates. In this episode I'm going to do two things. One, introduce you to our special 24 days of Christmas sewing edition. It's a multi-channel Vlogmas tour, so I'm going to tell you about that, and I'm also going to show you the gift for November items I have made, so you can see and hear what I managed to get done by the 30th of November. Obviously that won't be the end of my making, but I thought I'd do a little roundup for you of how I did. So let's start with welcoming you and saying, if you don't subscribe, like, comment, please do. It really helps me to get noticed. I've done some vlogs recently with lovely feedback, but I've only had a really small amount of views, and that's really hard for me because I put a lot of work into them. So for example, my pattern hacking one, how to put in the piping and how to hack a yoke, teeny tiny amounts of views compared to some of my others. I don't know why. I tried to make everything really clear in my titles, but when you like, when you comment, it really helps YouTube to know that other people want to see it. So thank you. There's lots of you out there who really like and comment a lot, and I love you for it. But if any of you are sat out there and don't, please do, because it really helps, even if it's just that like button. Right, enough of me begging and pleading. So I want to tell you all about what Agatha and this is Agatha from In Agatha's Cottage, I'm going to link everyone below, and what we've been up to. So we started talking about the fact that Vlogmas is just too much for us to do every day, 24 days. For me, first of all, I work full time and I want to sew, so then trying to vlog, edit and upload. Now the uploading for me, I live somewhere where we can't get any faster speed than so we came up with an idea of giving you an opportunity to have a Vlogmas experience, but a different person every day, because then you won't get sick of me either. So I'm going to go through it now. To find them, I'm going to make a playlist so you'll be able to find everybody. Also, you'll be able to find everyone because I'm just going through. I've got my computer here to remind myself, because I've come up with a hashtag to make it easy for you. Hashtag sewing Vlogmas tour. So, and it actually reads as sewing Vlogmas. So it's sewing Vlogmas tour. You can put that in. Everyone's going to put their number on, so it's like opening an advent calendar from us. Different person every day, so it's not going to be too samey, and also hopefully that will keep things fresh for you. So what I'm going to do now is tell you all about the lovely people who have joined us in this. We were going to do 12 days of Christmas and it just grew, which is fantastic. So the wonderful Agatha tomorrow on the 1st of December is going to do one and introduce it and start us off. On the 2nd we've got running so-and-so. On the 3rd it's me, and I will have some kind of content. Who knows what it'll be? I'm planning it right now. On the 4th, we've got the lovely Sewing Warehouse, who's organised previous hashtags for things. On the 5th, we've got Michelle, the menopausal sewer. On the 6th, Mari Sews. This is another great opportunity, by the way, to follow some small bloggers. On the 7th, Christine Sews a lot. On the 8th, the gorgeous Zelda Sews, who always comments on my vlogs. On the 9th, Sew and Grow. On the 10th, Just Let Me Sew. On the 11th, Sochi Designs, who I actually tagged as my small channel a week or so ago. On the 12th, the gorgeous Hoosier Handmade. On the 13th, Anne Marie Sews. On the 14th, Make It Sew, which I believe, I want to say is Mandy, but I might have mixed that up with someone else. I'm trying and remembering people's names and their YouTube things. On the 15th, we've got Knots and Needles. On the 16th, Creative Mama of 3. On the 17th, My Superpower. I love the play on words there. On the 18th, So Very Laura, who you might remember as Carpe Diem Stitcher. That's Laura, the gorgeous Laura, who's been to my social, renamed herself. So if you remember Carpe Diem Stitcher, that is So Very Laura. 19th, lovely Julie sews her own clothes. Julie, I know, is doing some other things as well because she's had a lovely surprise from Stacey J. But well, thank you, Julie, for joining us too. On the 20th, Carmen Salome. I need to go and have a look at your channel, Carmen. On the 21st, this is an amazing name of a channel, Bluegrass Dreams to Seams. If you're not American, I'm going to be disappointed. That is a fabulous name. On the 22nd, you've got me again. On the 23rd, Vox Atelier, and the gorgeous Agatha is rounding this off on the 24th. All of these lovely people have Instagram accounts as well, so if you head over to my channel Sequin Girly, I've made a reel and Agatha and I have tagged everybody. If you don't follow them on Instagram, head over and follow them there too. If you don't subscribe to all 22, because the two of us did it twice, all 22 of these people on YouTube, please do, because that'll help them too. Lots of them are small channels. I really hope you enjoy the fact that we're going to put a big number on our thumbnail each day, so it's going to be easy to find us. So it's going to be like opening your own virtual advent calendar every day with a different person behind. You're going to get all sorts. So you might get a sewing vlog, which talks about a day in the life. You might get a sewing tutorial. You might get some festive make ideas. You will get a surprise every day. There is not one set format, and we've done that on purpose so that you get a wonderful surprise. So thank you to everybody who supports us. Thank you to everybody who's joining in, and I know it's going to be super exciting. And an extra special thank you to Agatha, because I got this idea, like I do, and then supported me and has really supported me, because it's been a bit tricky for me doing the organising because of what's been going on, but she's super supported me in getting this into reality. So watch out, starting on the 1st of December. So now what I'm going to do, because I said this is a vlog of 2 parts, is I'm going to hop over to grabbing all of my makes for a gift to November, and I'm going to tell you all about what I've made, successes and failures. Just because November is about to be over doesn't mean you can't keep making gifts for people. So do go and search the hashtag a gift to November 23. You'll be able to find great vlogs on YouTube with ideas for gifts for people for all year round. And also if you head over to Instagram, you'll be able to see lots of great makes that people have made. So I'm going to put stills up on Instagram. So if you want to see up close stills, more details, where I got fabric from, etc., head over to Sequin Girly on Instagram. But here I just thought I'd talk through with you and just a few tips and things. So let's start with neck warmers. So I made these 2 neck warmers that are what's called infinity scarves. So they're from scraps. So I've got, you probably recognise this fabric from a jersey dress I made. These are lovely because you can play around with the colours, and you can wear it long, but you can also twist it like this, and you could then twist it over. Now I'm going to say sorry now, if you can hear that noise, it is the boiler being fixed. So you could do it like this, this one too, and I will pop a link below to where you can find how to do that. And with that I made a children's one. I think it fits over my head too though. Let's have a look. Yes, it does. So this is just a 1 length one, and that's nice because when you tuck that into a coat, you've not got the trailing scarf and everything. So this is made of some fleece that I got. I bought them as blankets from Asda because it was cheaper than buying the Mario and Pokemon fabrics. Let's go for other wearables I've made. Now I made 2 pairs of pyjamas, a men's pair out of a vintage brushed cotton sheet, and a teenage pair out of some gorgeous windset, I think they call this. It's like brushed cotton on front and back. This is a free pattern from Patterns for Pirates, and it's the Walk the Plank pyjamas. Thank you to Mandy from Make It So, who recommended this pattern to me when I asked on Sunday at my social, because I wanted to make some pyjamas. It's a great pattern because it's one piece with no side seam, so If you print your own patterns, bit of a pain, but it's worth it to not have that side seam down the edge, which for people who just want that smooth feel, really good. Okay, let's do this guy next. So this is my most mammoth of projects for Gift to November, and I will put a picture in over the top. It's brand name and hoodie, so a wearable blanket. I have mentioned this a bit on some of my other vlogs. Oh my goodness, the weight of this, trying to sew the last bit. I sewed the hood on back to front so that the kangaroo pouch ended up at the back. Tried to unpick the kangaroo pouch and ended up making a hole in the fabric, so I had to stitch a bit of fabric behind when I repaired it. So then unpicked it at the neck, then twisted it round, then sewed the hood on again, and then a little point of the crossover then was poking out, so then I had to unpick that area again, and with this Sherpa underneath, this navy blue with blue thread and with this fleece, the stitches disappear, you can't find them. I was shining a torch, I had my glasses on, everything I could think of. Alexa, trying to find the threads to unpick them was a challenge. But it's done. I've done a different Sherpa in the hood because this one is softer. This one is thicker and, my goodness, super warm, but wasn't as soft, so I wanted to put a softer one in here. I've done cuffs here, and the vlog I found was amazing on how to, so that there's no seam, it's fully inside. It's lined all the way up and into the sleeve. I've just got to stitch the hole closed. As I say, kangaroo pouch on the front. This is gorgeously soft. It was a really great vlog. I traced an existing hoodie we had in our household for this, but it was mammoth. This was a mammoth task, from the cutting to the sewing and the fluff and the dealing with like it when it was all like joined together. But I'm so pleased I did it, and I do hope the person I made it for is happy. That lucky person has also got this coming their way. So it's a fleece backed sweatshirt fabric, so I designed and made a hood to go on it as well. I've done cuffs and kangaroo pouch on the front as well. This is a traced jumper from an existing jumper that the person had, so I know that it fits them. And I decided to do it that way because I looked at a pattern and it just wasn't working for me, so I thought, let's go with what works for them. I then made a jumper for someone else in my family, and I used the Stella sweatshirt. In my Sunday sews, I talked about it. It's the black and white stripe one. That was my toile, my wearable toile. This was why I was testing it. So I've done pink here in the piece. I've done a lighter pink cuffing at the base, but I think those three work together really well, and then the pink round there. So I'm really happy with how that's turned out. I do hope the person I've made it for likes it. It's a teenager, that can be a challenge. And then so these are all things that you could make any time of year as gifts, including like the neck scarf. So then the last couple of bits I made are a little bit more seasonal. Oh, by the way, I've got birthdays in December and January for people as well. So some of these will be birthday presents rather than Christmas. So these are two little, two little felt Christmas domes. Now these are great because if you've got pets or children or have a friend who has, I talked about these in my gift for November ideas. It means they can knock them off, they can play with them, and you haven't had your decorations damaged. Now I did on these ones, I found I had this ribbon, so I've kept that loose so it stands out, and then stitched on sequins, and you can see how they'd work together. If you made a third one, there'd be a lovely mantelpiece collection. These, I'm not saying who they're for. And then I talked in my gift to November ideas, let's just push this out of the way a bit because I feel like I might be encroached on here. I talked to my gift to November ideas about mug rugs. Well, I decided to make a couple of Christmassy ones. So there's this one here, which I used that printable fabric I talked about. So I used a cotton. It says, "A clean house is a sign of a broken sewing machine." On the back, I've gone for a non-festive fabric because then it can be turned over and used. I also purposely did the message at the top because then there's room for the mug at the bottom without worrying about staining that bit there. And then the other one I did the same. It looks like this on the front, and it says, you know that feeling when all your sewing projects are finished? Yeah, me neither. So it's like that. So there's room for the mug here, and then on the back, non-festive fabric, because it means that they can just flip it over for the rest of the year. Got wadding inside for protection of the coffee table. Oh, always seam thread. So I've made these as well. Just got to grab the last thing that I've made. So here we go. These were also mentioned in my gift to November ideas. So anything I mentioned in the gift to November, I tried to put links for those in below. As I said, anything that's in my gift to November, I tried to put links in. So these were two things that I came up with. These are book cushions. You've got a handle, pocket for the book, and this is more of that fabric that, as I say, was far cheaper to buy as an existing children's blanket. It's incredibly soft. So we've got Charmander on the front here, Mario on the back, the red shell and the toadstool there, but can be carried around. So I will be buying a book to put in there. These are stuffed with an old duvet cover that I've cut into rectangles and stuffed it with. So as much recycling as I can. And this one, we've got obviously Pikachu on the front, book there, and then on the back there. Also to mention, these are stuffed with all the offcuts of the sweatshirt and the hoodie. So these are zero waste as well, so all stuff with offcuts makes them super squishy. Also means you don't have to work out what to do with your offcuts. So I hope that's been helpful. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I've created. Watch out, because there's lots more coming, including every day for the 24 days of December, an advent gift to you of opening a different vlog for the Christmas Vlogmas tour. Catch you soon.